Pittsford, New York is one of the most illustrious, popular, and, well, fantastic areas in all of Rochester. And today, we're going to take a look from a maps tour. I'm going to show you every single nook and every single cranny of Pittsford to make sure you have it completely aware. Now, we're going to look at some new build homes. We're also going to look at specific malls and restaurants, as well as just the overall community and the school to figure out, well, why is everyone making that move to Pittsford? And why is it a place that's super duper awesome? Two quick things. Number one, if you are interested in the newsletter that we send out every single week where we give specific restaurants and specific locations, click the link below. It'll be here somewhere. And number two, I'm going to talk about buyer incentive programs that exist in this video because there's specific builders that, well, just between you and me, are not getting rid of their inventory right now. So they're lowering the interest rates. So keep watching the video and give us a call. Let's get to the map tour. 1, 2.
What's up, guys? Haven't done this in a while, but let's look at a map tour of Pittsford. The last time that we did a map tour, you guys were asking me, you said, hey, listen, this was great, but I want something a lot more specific and a lot more just pertinent. I was like, I got you covered. So let's take a look at Pittsford as organically, best word possible, and as niched down as possible so I can show you all these things here. And then we'll look at some homes as well on the market, so that'll be super cool. But here's what Pittsford looks like from this perspective here, and just with all transparency, I found this online, which I thought was really cool. It's the Village Walking Tour. But all of these things are places and activities to do in Pittsford. So, for example, this is the walking tour parking. It's where you start the walk, and then they go to the little house here. So a lot of really fun activities, right? So more specifically than not, as we zoom in here, this surrounding area is where the walking tour is. And this is the village of Pittsford right here as well, because you can see the dairy farm, which has fantastic bread. Some of the best bread you'll ever eat in your life. And then on top of that, you've also got a Frog's House, which is school here, and then Little Leagues and Sutherland. We've talked about how great Sutherland is as one of the best schools in the entire nation. So with that being said, you've got this, which leads to there. It's a multi-level house, pretty simple stuff. Another house, another house, another house, another house, another house. Church, Pittsford School, which is Lincoln Ave, right there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this should talk about when it was built, which is 1916. Yep, right here. So this is the building where it used to house all the kids that went to Pittsford, and then Pittsford Sutherland was built in 1953. So really cool stuff. And again, as you can see here, all you have to do is go a little west and south to get to the Sutherland High School. One of the many things about Pittsford that's awesome is just its proximity to other things and proximity to other places as well, which is really cool. So Sutherland Street is this street right here, right? You can see Monroe Ave, and Monroe Ave goes just about everywhere. So Monroe Ave goes all the way, let me pull this up. Monroe Ave goes all the way from in the city of Rochester to Gates and everywhere else in between. So this line right here is Monroe Ave. Like, this line as a whole is Monroe Avenue, which is kind of crazy to think about, right? And then you've got this here, which is, this is just East Rochester area-esque. I used to live around here when I was renting. But this specific proximity has a few other things that I want to really hone in on that I think are, first and foremost, super cool. Thirsty Tavern's really cool, really good place to just hang out, with the boys, whatever you want to do, or the girls. It's 2024. The Starbucks is right there. Now, the other places, I'm going to take this off the list. If I can just remove this, collapse, bam. And I'm going to show you my perspective on a few things here. So we looked at all of these places here, right? These are all what it's considered to be worthy of looking at. Now, from my perspective alone, a few things that's really awesome. The Monroe Community Library is right here, as well as Pontillo's Pizzeria. One of my really good friends used to work here. And when we were living together in our apartment, he would actually just go, hey, you want some pizza tonight? And I was like, yeah, of course. Every night I want pizza, I was 21. And he would just bring pizza from Pontillo's. And that kind of, like, for the first 6 months of living there, I wasn't making any money. I was a brand new realtor. And that fed me for a super long time. They probably don't even know that story. So yeah, when I was broke, I used to get pizza here all the time. And yeah, it was super cool. But that's that. You've also got the library, which we talked about, really cool place, because in the library is a Starbucks, which, people go into to have a cup of coffee. But those two things there are really cool. And in terms of other activities, so what I really enjoy doing is I really like getting massages, right? That's kind of my thing. And if we look here, there should be something in one of these two places where I get my massage done all the time. Oh gosh, I hope they didn't remove it. Or maybe I'm not looking in the right spot. I might be a little slow today. My brain is not working the way it's supposed to. But yeah, it's. I'm gonna try to find it as soon as I can. But it's right around here now. For whatever reason, it's really not pulling up, which is kind of crazy. But it's right here, in this specific spot, which is kind of yeah. I don't know what to do. But that's where I would get my massages all the time. Love massages. So that's that. In terms of other activities, right? Like if you're more of a just a community person, you're like, hey, I want to go enjoy some nature, things like that. This is a community center right here for kids going out, just enjoying, maybe swinging, going to the park, the rec. Charging stations is just right here. So if you have a car, it's right there. There's something else I was going to show you guys. Toastmasters is here. For those that don't know what Toastmasters is essentially just a place where you can get better at communicating. And it's super cool because you go and you make toasts about something, you give speeches, and people will help you become better public speakers. So I think that's awesome. That's that there. And in terms of restaurants and in terms of places to eat, there's so many. There's just so many places to eat. You've got Block 32 Brewing Company. This is a really good one. Aladdin's is amazing. Aladdin's a Greek place, and they're right by the water. People really enjoy having food there. In terms of, we talked about these two things here. In terms of other just places, right? You've got DSS, which is dentistry, and you've got garages. You've got hikes. I can go into this for days. But that's kind of what that looks like. And then you also have two interesting things, which is number one, Nazareth College and St. John Fisher. For the most part, what I used to do when I went to Fisher is I would take this street right here. When's it popping up? Let's see here. Is I would take this street right there, go to Kearney, and then down to East Ave, take East Ave, and then go right here and just hang out with my friends. So it's like a 5-7 minute drive at most, nothing crazy. And when we needed food, when we wanted to just like get some grub or whatever, we would just go down to, this is Fairport Ave. Guys, like I've lived here for 16 years. I know every single nook and cranny about this place. If you want to know if Pittsford's the right fit for you, give me a call. I promise you we'll figure it out together. But right here, Wegmans, we would just go there. Tim Hortons, on a more special occasion than anything else, I love Steve's Original Diner. I think they're fantastic. Have had it multiple times. The Iron Smoke Distillery is really, really good too. If you move past this area, so this should be, if I'm not mistaken, Lindell. Yep. If you move past this specific area, right? Ooh, moving too much. You get Penfield. The thing that's super cool about Pittsford is its proximity to other locations. This is Pittsford, that's Penfield, that's Brighton, this is Henrietta, and as we go down south, you got Mendon and Fisher. This specific area, in my personal opinion, outside of Irondequoit, is one that encompasses a lot of Rochester. Now, if you're a golfer, you have two of the most expensive golf clubs in the entire area, Oak Hill and Country Club Rochester. I believe that both of these are about $60,000 a year. So they're super expensive, but networking opportunities definitely exist. I've golfed there. I've golfed at Oak Hill a few times. It's a really good place. I understand, Now you've got that. You might be thinking to yourself, what about gyms? What about activities? Perfect, we got you covered. If you're coming out from Pittsford Sutherland, so this specific area, right? You got Monroe Ave here. If you decide to go on a different route, take this specific road, you get, let's see here, the YMCA. Now this is a very, very popular YMCA from Jefferson Road. So you might just have to go down south on East Main and then go to the YMCA here. Super popular area. So right here, I can do it, which is fantastic. But again, as we're looking at Pittsford and we're looking at all the other things as well, right? Like let's take an in-person tour of Church Street. So, yep, this is what it looks like here. as you're coming from this specific area, which is 96, you get to this place, totality right there. Let me make sure. I'm curious. Like, why is this not here? This should be right there. Yeah, that's my massage place. I don't know why the name wasn't there. It's so weird. So weird. But that's my massage place. For any of you guys that were asking or wondering, none of you were, but that's okay. And then close to it in terms of proximity as well, you've got Breathe, which is just, what is Breathe? I think it's a store. What do they sell? And salons. You might be asking yourself about the homes, right? Like, hey, is it all just restaurants and stuff? No, there's homes. This is what the homes look like. Now, Pittsford is a little bit older when it comes to homes. Oh, poor lady. Got her there. But this is the area in terms of, and excuse me, this is the quality in terms of homes of what you get. So as we keep just digging and you look at the homes, they are definitely a lot on the older end, but on the older end of homes that have been revamped, if that makes any sense whatsoever. These are homes that have definitely been revamped, right? You can see from a lot of things, right? So you can see from the roof, the coloring, it's been revamped. And the nice thing about South Street is as we end South Street and go closer this way, you get the Pittsford Library, and then you get the Poncellos, which I was talking to you guys about, right there. So that's kind of what the homes in terms of quality and build look like. Now, if we were to leave Pittsford, right, and then go a little bit closer to Mendon, which is Pittsford Mendon, you'll get that as well. This is the tunnel. So this is the famous tunnel that connects these two areas, because this is the water, right? And then here you've got Pittsford Farms. Yep, Pittsford Farms, right? Coffee shops. If we go this way, this is the, right here, there we go. Pittsford Farms is right there, over there on the other side. But eateries, restaurants, cupcakes, overall, just a really nice walkable area. And if we go this way a little bit, go this way, you can hike or walk, whatever you want to call it. So this is a walking area right here. And this just, taking a walk on the pier. These homes, however, are expensive right there. They cost an arm and a leg. But, people get to live on the water. So I guess it's all perspective when you think about it. That's kind of what that looks like here. The places to eat. I actually went there just once in my lifetime. It was good. That's good. Let's go. $10, $16, $3, $20. Okay. Let's go Pittsford, Mendon. Now let's also look at Pittsford Mendon and Pittsford Sutherland as well. So right, like as we're looking here, because we got Nazareth, Pittsford going here. I want to zoom in on this a little bit so I can show you guys a different perspective. But this is kind of what the area looks like if you're 10, 15 minutes out of Pittsford. And then here's kind of the streets, the definitions of the streets. This is the homes that you'll get, like, very decently modern, but also kind of decently old. Structure overall. I'm going to go in on a street so I can show you guys some of the nicest homes. Let's go here. What I always find really funny is like the tours, and they get people accidentally. I mean, those are super hilarious. But if you're looking here, this should be I think this is Rainbrook Drive, if I'm not. Yep, Rainbrook Drive. Guys, I know every single one of these streets. I used to come here with my friends, and I think one of my buddies used to live on this house over there. Like, if you're wondering where you live, where you should live, let me know, because I know every single one of these streets. Our camera, something malfunctioned. Okay, but here's a school. I want to show you guys kind of what that looks like from this perspective. Here, Pittsford, great area. And then on this way, you got the fire station, which I love the fact that it's close to the schools, right? let's go back to Rainbook Drive. You know what? This is probably going to be easier if I just go here. Guys, I know every single one of these streets. I used to come here all the time with my friends. If you have any questions about any of these streets, you just let me know. You hit us up. Because I know every single one of these streets. But homes like this are more the modern-esque design. You can see, number one, you can see just the style of it. These homes are going to go about 550, 600,000. This is just a circle street, right? So this means there's nothing else outside of the street, which is kind of like an enclosed area. And I mean, they're beautiful though. Like when you look at the homes, the design, like they're gorgeous. I love the wood finishes. I love the stainless steels inside. I've seen some of them, that's why. Yep, the granite finishes. I mean, you got the hinges, which is super cool. And the coloring is fantastic as well. But that's kind of what that looks like from an open perspective. If we go this way and we move on just a little bit more, you might be asking yourself, you're like, hey, what else? What other streets should I look at? And that's totally cool. Perfect question. There are a few that are super duper fantastic. Look at some new constructions. I want to go to Mendon Green, which is just right around here. And this is the new construction area, right? So it's not too far from the city or from the schools, things like that. If you just go a little bit up, you get Pittsford, Mendon, Calkins. But let's look at Mendon Green. I don't want to zoom too close out. Here we go. Bam. Now this is where a lot of new construction is happening in this specific area. As you can see, if we go all the way, bam, bam. Right, so you got these plots of land that are open for buildings. And you're like, hey, tell me about the design of the house. Yeah, this is what the houses look like. Pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie with you. I think they're massively built. They're super big, super walkable to other places. This is lot number 7. And then this is another house that's being, is it not gonna let me go past there? I guess not. But that's what that's looking like. These are all the lot plans, and I know this builder is actually giving some incentives out. So guys, if you are curious about this, listen, I know every single street here. I lived here almost my entire life. Before coming, I lived in Nepal and then I lived here, kind of thing. So this is the design. This is lot 24. I know they're giving some incentives for the rate buy downs and things of that nature. If you are interested in that, all of my information, all of the team's information is going to be linked down below. Give us a call so we can help you out. There's specific places here that are more so family friendly, more so party friendly, more so anything friendly. And I take care of all of you guys. That's what I do. But that's that street over there. For the most part, I mean, I think I've covered most of what Pittsford looks like. We got Monroe Ave over there. We've got the streets that we looked at over here. We looked at the schools, the YMCA. Actually, I guess I can show one more thing too if you want. This is kind of where the big hub is of Pittsford, which is going to be, let's just go right here. This is the big hub. So you got Trader Joe's, you got Pittsford Plaza, this place here, which is Barnes & Noble. And if you want some authentic Nepali food, go to Rosie's. Right there. These guys are really good. Tell them Gagan sent you. Don't know who I am. Oh, sure, I didn't know I could move this. So if we go this way, right, you got Arts and Craft. I want to make a different perspective. TJ Maxx, Bath & Body Works. My sister loves to go here. I don't know. Maybe it's just a girl thing, but she loves it. TJ Maxx, Trader Joe's. I love their bonbons. I think those are super good. But for the most part, pizza shop's decent. Nothing crazy. Route 31 is really good. I'm a fan. You got the spa. You got the men's club. They do well. I've never gotten a haircut, but I know a few of my friends have. And then, coffee. My dad loves this place. This is right. This is kind of my thing right here. J. Crew Factory. I feel like you guys know me well enough where I'm a J. Crew kind of guy, banana J. Crew. But that's my thing. Huge fan of J. Crew. And then you got Stretch Labs. You've also got some lacrosse, equipment shop, which is right here. Pearl Vision. Oh, where'd it go? Did they remove it? Oh man. Well, technically yes and no. Now you might be asking yourself, well, what is this building here, Gagan? What is this famous building here? Well, it's Black and Blue. So the best steakhouse, it's super well ranked. But if you're not a Black and Blue person, which I understand, and you're more of a, hey, I want to try something else. Here's the place right there, Lacrosse Unlimited. You want to try something a little bit more bougie? Chipotle, baby. It's right there, next to a Verizon's and also a Dick's that just opened up. Those are there. You got the Cheesecake Factory over here. How do you not like the Cheesecake Factory? Although it has gotten a lot more expensive. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. And then if we go inside, it's not letting me. There we go. Oh, car, don't hit me. If we go inside a little bit, you will see a few things. So first and foremost, I want to show you guys this place because this has UR Medicine, Hadlock's Paint. Actually, I don't know what Fabo is. I've never been there. Is it ice cream? Oh no, it's close. This place here, yeah. So there's a lot of. Let me go this way, please. And then, as you guys can see, I don't use Google Maps too often. Then tires, but that's kind of what that looks like. Massage Envy. I've never gotten a massage from there, although I will be going. As you guys know, I love massages, right? Like I think everyone knows at this point. All of my friends know when you're getting me a gift, just get me a massage gift card and you're good. Orange Theory Fitness, Scott Miller's, and then one of my favorite stores of all time, Marshall's. How do you not love Marshall's? Like, seriously. And then you've also got a Home Sense, which is kind of like a Home Depot. Oh, more savings, I guess. And then the final thing that I want to show you guys, because we're gonna basically show downtown Pittsford, is as we start coming along this specific street, which is Monroe Ave. Monroe Ave leads to the dairy farm that we looked at, right, guys? McDonald's, Mickey D's. As we go here, you've got. I go here to get my clothes dry cleaned. They're really good. Spectrum, Vitamin Shop, and then you've got Moe's over there. Some of you aren't going to believe me. You're like, no, there is no Moe's. You didn't zoom in. There you go. You happy? Let's go here. Let's keep going here. And then the final thing that I want to show you guys as we start, sort of vamping things up and going is the Wegmans here. All right. Oh, man, the trees are blocking my view. And then I'll show you guys a bougie place. There's a Wegmans right there. Now, if you are more of a bougier individual and you're like, hey, where can I get some nice, super nice shoots? I'll show you guys a place. There is a specific area right here. I'll try to find it. Where it's right there. This is the building. You guys can get some luxury shoots. And that place is the next street. Also, I mean, look at all these places, like Pet Supply, man. And this is quite literally a minute's drive. Like, guys, that's where it's awesome. Here we go. Here's where you can get your luxury shoots right there. Video's over. Just kidding. Adrian Jules. They are family owned, family operated, but they're expensive. Like, they're super duper expensive. But the quality, fantastic. Some of the best quality that, you can talk about. This is a really good specific street, specific place. It has food, it has yoga. I've never been here, but I've heard it's really good. Dato's really good. Basha is really good. And then I think they moved, if I'm not mistaken, they did. They moved the Starbucks, because this is the last thing that I wanted to show you guys, is they moved the Starbucks here because they opened up something else in proximity to it. There's a fireplace. There's a pizza. I think it was this one. Nope, something similar to. Really good pizza place nearby. No, I can't find it. Whatever. Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, I didn't even know they added a Dunkin' there. That's nuts. Here we go. Final thing I wanted to show you guys, and then we'll call it a day. They opened up a new Chipotle here. It's kind of nuts. Starbucks. And the reason, look at this line, bro. My God. The reason that they opened up this Starbucks is because right here, they opened up. This has to be older if that's the case. It is. This is an older map view. 2022, yeah. They opened up a Whole Foods right there. Whole Foods is a place to shop. This entire thing is completed as well. If you guys want me to do an in-person tour, let me know. I don't know what you want from me until you can put in the comment sections. So that's Pittsford from a map's perspective. Guys, I've lived here for more than 20 years. Oh, no, 15, yeah, just about. I know every single place of this. I know every single cranny. I know every home builder. I know every company that has incentives. I know every company that is looking to sell houses fast. I know every agent that has potential homes that are off market. I know every single person here. If you're curious about moving to Pittsford, if you're curious about the home incentives or anything else, give me a call, shoot me a text, and let's get you in this perfect property as soon as possible. Share this video with anyone that needs to look at Pittsford. I'll give you a cookie. Thanks. Hey, happy Friday. Have a great rest of your day. You're perfect.